Now, here with us is meteorologist Taylor King. Now, Taylor, I was outside just probably 30 minutes ago, and the wind was coming in, and I was afraid. I have this hair sprayed pretty well, but I was a little worried that it was going to fly off.
I don't blame you. The winds will continue to pick up through the overnight hours. I am definitely thankful that the Pete Godey concert is being held inside with the inclement conditions we are expecting to see tomorrow. But let's take a quick glance outside. You can kind of see the wind whipping the flags on the northwestern campus up in Orange City. I know it's a little bit hard to see because the lights are right there, but you can kind of see it. Let's take a quick glance at temperatures here in Sioux City, hanging out at 43 degrees. Winds out of the east at 14 miles an hour. We are starting to see some scattered showers in the area, so we're going to need to get our rain jackets on before we head home tonight. Temperatures are feeling like 36 right now. Temperatures across the board, definitely on the cooler side for the northeastern portion of the viewing area. Already starting to see temperatures dip below freezing up by Estherville. Then you can see those 40s kind of hanging out in central Siouxland, 45 by Vermilion, 44 for Wayne and Bloomfield. Still seeing a couple 50s though, 52 by Tekamah, 53 in Omaha, and 51 over by Neely. Taking a quick glance at our wind speeds, we can definitely tell where the low is, because remember what I've said before, we flow to the low. Seeing those winds right now out of the east-southeast, mostly between 15 to 25 miles an hour, gusting over towards the central portions of Nebraska and South Dakota. Now, we have to take a quick glance at those wind chills, because even though some of us are still in the 50s, the wind is going to affect what it feels like outside. So seeing 36 for it feels like here in Sioux City, 20 for your feels like up in Orange City where that camera is at, and 19 for both Sheldon and Estherville. So you can definitely tell the wind is affecting the feels like temp. Let's take a quick glance at the past 12 hours though. Seeing clouds across most of the area, starting to see some scattered showers popping up right in here by Chamberlain, and here we go. That's what we're starting to see right there. Some heavier rain bands that formed kind of down here by Norfolk. They just popped up. There you go. And then boom. There is a marginal risk of severe weather for central Iowa. Siouxland is not in this risk. The main hazard for tonight for that area is hail. So we're going from severe weather to snow. Going to be seeing the snow making its way in the area early Monday morning, continuing through. We're going to be continuing to see that snow throughout the entire day on Sunday. By about 6 o'clock, the I-29 corridor and east, still looking at snowfall. I-29 corridor and west, you should be starting to clear out. However, strong winds will still be occurring, so blowing snow is still an issue, even if the snow is not actively falling. Continuing through into Monday morning, seeing that clearing continuing to take place, and throughout the day on Monday, still looking quite clear as we go into the overnight hours. However, we're going to start to see those clouds peeking on in. This is a part of a larger system. We have a very large enhanced risk from Indiana all the way down into Louisiana, with the potential of a derecho in this area. So while the severe weather will be occurring down through here, we're seeing the blizzard all the way up in here. So keep that in mind. Minnesota all the way down to Louisiana and southern Texas. That's how big this system is. Let's look at snowfall totals though. Looking at 2 to 4 inches for most of Siouxland, there are some chances you could be leaning more towards that 1 inch mark. However, consistent through all models, the eastern portions of Siouxland will be hit the hardest tomorrow. Looking at the heavier snowfalls for eastern Siouxland. But we need to wrap it back in for tonight. Looking at temperatures hanging out in the 30s, and going into tomorrow, we're going to just be consistently cooling. Your low for tonight is your high for tomorrow with those blizzard-like conditions. Let's talk about tomorrow, seeing those winter weather alerts. Blizzard warning in effect. All of these will be in effect starting at 7 a.m. tomorrow and will be persisting into the into Monday morning. And we also have high wind warnings that will be in effect. Again, wind gusts of 60 miles an hour are associated with this system. Looking at the 9-on-9, seeing clear skies for our Monday hanging out in the teens, pushing out. Looking at mixed precip on Tuesday with temperatures hanging out in the 30s. Then from there, you're just kind of looking at 60s and 70s for the rest of the 909, looking well above average for the first day of spring on Friday.
All right. And so for just anybody at home knowing, the Pete Godey concert, if they are going to go, travel safely.
Yes, travel safely. Travel is not advised tomorrow. Even the National Weather Service has explicitly stated only travel if it's an emergency. And if you are traveling, have a winter safety kit in your vehicle.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Taylor.